Woods made sure no one could ever say just Tiger's kid again. Coming into the tournament ranked 604th in the world, Charlie Woods wasn't even on the radar of most junior golf analysts. No spotlight. No hype. Just another name buried deep in the tee sheet. 3 days later, his name was the only one anyone could talk about. What he did that weekend didn't whisper potential. It screamed proof. His final total of 15 under par, capped by a closing 66 with 8 birdies, wasn't just impressive, it was defining. But the real shock wasn't in the scorecard. It was in who he beat and how he beat them. The field featured 4 of the top 5 junior golfers in the country, including Miles Russell, the undisputed number 1. Charlie didn't just edge him out. He didn't survive the pressure. He crushed the competition, finishing 3 strokes clear in one of the most stacked junior events of the season. No excuses. No lucky breaks. Just precision, poise, and the kind of performance that made the golf world stop and say, he's not just Tiger's son anymore. ESPN and Golf Digest quickly picked up the story, but even their headlines couldn't fully capture what had just happened. Because this wasn't just a breakout. It was a reintroduction. For the first time, fans, coaches, and even fellow players began referring to him not as Tiger's son, but as a standalone contender. And for the top juniors who once heard the name Woods as a nostalgic echo of greatness, it suddenly became a present-tense problem. The legacy was back. But this time, it came with its own swing, stride, and story. That there's a difference between playing well and playing with presence. Charlie had both. He didn't ride momentum. He created it. He didn't wait for others to stumble. He forced them to. Every hole was a statement. Every birdie was a message that he wasn't waiting for his name to be called anymore, that he was taking it. And as the dust settled over Streamsong, one truth echoed across junior golf. A new era had arrived. His name, Charlie Woods. Then came the moment that made it all feel real. No entourage. No cameras. No grand arrival. Just Tiger Woods, quietly pulling up in a golf cart at Balliniles Country Club. Sunglasses on. Arms folded. Watching, the crowd noticed. The energy shifted. Whispers turned to stares. Because when Tiger shows up, something big is happening. But Tiger wasn't there for the spotlight. He was there for something far more personal. Something deeper than competition or legacy. He was there to watch his son stand on his own. And he couldn't look away. Observers noticed something different about Tiger's body language that weekend. There was no coaching clipboard. No whispered advice. No strategic notes. Just Tiger, leaning forward in silence, elbows on his knees, eyes fixed on every swing. He didn't watch like a coach analyzing technique. He watched like a father witnessing transformation. According to Golf Monthly, Tiger's appearance was completely unexpected. He hadn't been seen publicly in weeks, still recovering from a torn Achilles that had kept him off the course. Yet there he was, not to play, not to perform, but to be present. His presence wasn't promotional. It was paternal. As Sportskeeda put it. Tiger watched with pride, awe, and emotion, a champion humbled not by defeat, but by the realization that sometimes the most powerful legacy you can create isn't the one you live, but the one you witness. And when the cameras caught that rare smile, you didn't see the Tiger Woods, the relentless competitor, the global icon, the man who built an empire of dominance. You saw a dad. Those close enough swore they saw him wipe his eyes. Maybe it was sweat. Maybe it was sun. Or maybe it was something else entirely. The kind of emotion that sneaks up when pride meets peace. When asked afterward what he thought of Charlie's performance, Tiger kept it simple. Proud doesn't even begin to cover it. No long quotes. No crafted sound bites. Just a father, quietly letting the moment speak. And maybe that silence said more than any headline ever could. This wasn't Tiger Woods scouting future greatness. This was Tiger Woods watching his own legacy unfold from the outside in. No swing critiques, no adjustments, just a front-row seat to the realization that his son no longer needed his spotlight, because that day, Tiger didn't cast a shadow. He stood in it, and smiled. Then came the moment. The kind that etches itself into memory not for its noise, but for its stillness. On the 18th green, under the soft Florida sun, Charlie Woods stood over a slick birdie putt. The gallery hushed. He read the line, drew back the putter, and rolled it pure. Center CUP.NO fist pump. No theatrics. Just calm. A nod. A tip of the cap, and somewhere outside the ropes, the person holding back the most emotion wasn't the 16-year-old on the green. It was his father, watching, feeling, and finally exhaling. It was Tiger.in that instant. A cameraman captured the image that would go viral within hours. Tiger Woods seated near the green, biting the inside of his cheek, eyes glassy with emotion. His sunglasses were off, his head tilted slightly, and for once, this wasn't the reaction of a competitor tracking a score. It was the look of a father watching a door open, one he had once kicked down himself. You could feel it in the air. This wasn't just pride. It was release, relief, and maybe even redemption. That Tiger's entire life has been defined by control of his swing, his body, the media, the image of perfection. But in that single moment, there was no control. There was only emotion. As the gallery clapped and Charlie walked off the green, Tiger stood. One slow clap, one quiet nod. A single tear rolled down his cheek, and he didn't wipe it. He let it fall. Because that tear wasn't about a scorecard or a win. It was about watching his son become that it's impossible not to compare. At 16, Tiger Woods was already being hailed as golf's future. Charlie's journey has been quieter, more scrutinized, more human. But under that same Florida sky, where his father once learned to dominate, Charlie showed something even rarer than raw talent. Poise born from purpose, and Tiger knew exactly what he was witnessing. That he wasn't watching a replica. He was watching an echo find its own rhythm, watching a last name evolve into a legacy of its own. And for a man who's lived more history than most can imagine, this moment, this single, simple putt, may have meant more than all the majors combined. Because this time, Tiger Woods didn't write the story. He just turned the page. This wasn't about going viral. It was about going pro, someday soon. What Charlie Woods accomplished at Streamsong wasn't a clip built for Instagram or a side-by-side comparison to his dad's highlights. This wasn't about likes or legacy. It was about something rarer, something purer, earning respect quietly, clinically, authentically. When Charlie walked off the course with a 3-stroke lead and a 15-under total, there was no fist pump, no roar. The job was done. And unlike the early days when headlines followed him just for showing up, this time, the spotlight chased him. Not because he was Tiger's son, but because he was that good. He didn't inherit this win. He earned every blade of it. Let's rewind. Before Streamsong, Charlie had played in 5 AJGA events. His best result? A modest T25. Critics whispered. Fans second-guessed. Is he just a name? Does he really have it? Then came this performance, not a response, but a rebuttal. Charlie didn't silence doubters with words. He drowned them in birdies. The field was stacked, national champions, college commits, elite juniors. Charlie beat them all. Not with flash or luck, but with discipline, focus, and terrifying calm under pressure. This wasn't a breakout. It was a blueprint, because what made this moment special wasn't its shock value. It was its stability. This wasn't lightning in a bottle. It was a controlled burn, steady, technical, intentional. The kind of golf that wins titles. The kind of mindset that turns promise into profession. Charlie Woods isn't just arriving. Is already unpacking. Every legacy starts with one swing. But it's what comes after that defines the era. Charlie's win at Streamsong didn't just shake up junior golf. It blew the doors open. With one victory, he leapt from 604th to 14th in the AJGA rankings, earning his ticket to the Junior Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass, one of the most elite proving grounds in the world. And as the golf world turns its eyes to Sawgrass, one truth has become undeniable. Charlie Woods is no longer chasing a legacy. He's building his own. The same course where Tiger Woods once lifted the Players' Championship trophy, twice, will soon host his son. 25 years later, Charlie Woods isn't walking in his father's shadow. He's walking in his purpose. TPC Sawgrass is no playground. It's a battlefield that punishes hesitation and rewards precision. Every decision, every nerve, every swing matters. And what Charlie has shown in recent months isn't just skill, it's awareness. The kind of golf IQ that thrives when the course starts fighting back. College recruiters have noticed. Coaches who once doubted him are now scrambling to get a second look, wondering if they already missed their chance. Because this isn't hype anymore. It's real. And the only question left, the one echoing from every fairway to every front page, is simple. Just how far can this go?